mediumship and messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is spirit medium Laura now.
Hi everybody, this is Laura. Welcome to the show. It is today is the 31st of August, which brings to mind that if you would like to be in to win a private session with me for the month we're in, all you need to do is join the mailing list at spiritmediumtv.com. spiritmediumtv.com just happens to be the website for this radio show, and it exists, that page, on my master website, which is spiritmediumlaura.com, and that's who I am. So today our show will be, as usual, the first 15 minutes or so will be group messages. Then I will do another side. I will do other side connections as per the audience that shows up today. And then I will do a mix of all types of sessions thereafter. Life questions that you might have, healings that you might need. Usually I do the other side connections, though, towards the beginning of the show. So keep that in mind. And there will be a group channeled message coming up in a few moments after I do a focus subject. And that happens after I clear the website. So again, it's the website for this show is spiritmediumtv.com, and there's a couple of things that you can do there. One of them that's extremely exciting is you can actually watch a live video feed of me. At the bottom of that page, spiritmediumtv.com, there's a video feed of me. There's also item 1 on that page, how to obtain a 25% discount, a sale on a private session with me on spiritmediumtv.com. Item 2 is how to be in to win. The instructions I've already given you, which is to join the mailing list at spiritmediumtv.com. And here's an interesting one. If you would like to jump the queue, if you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, if you donate 8, you'll jump the gate. That's item 3, how to jump the queue, and that's on spiritmediumtv.com. And item 4 is how to get certified as a master certified soul psychic healer. I've written a self-paced video and not only is it video, there's also supportive written material to go with that. It takes 4 months to go through it, and it will provide for you a master's certification. You'll be on my website, and then it's a nice credential. I've had some really nice reviews of that, and one of them is on spiritmediumtv.com, item 4, one of the reviews, as well as a link to how to get more information about that. I have a nice little review here that I picked up off of my testimonials page just to highlight the quality of the work that I do, and it's from a client of mine, Julie, who says, my appointment tonight was 100% right about everything. You're an angel, and I'm so grateful for your gift and for finding you. Many, many blessings, Julie. And actually, I'd like to say to her, thank you. And I like to say to all of you, thank you. Every time I get feedback that's positive, and I don't have any feedback that's negative. There might have been one once. It was horrendous. But other than that, everything else has been really, really great. And I want to thank all of you for your support and your adventure, your partnership in this journey, this magical journey of learning about the spirit world, allowing spirit to talk through me and answer to your questions and everything that you're about. Every time you show up for the radio show, or you show up as a client, or you participate in some other way, maybe through another medium or psychic, or through learning about this, you are engaging in the evolution of mankind and allowing yourself to witness firsthand that spirit does exist. It's not your imagination. It's not my imagination. And this is a nice little segue into my focus subject for today, which every focus subject I do on the radio show has a corresponding article, and that would, or blog post, and that would be on the right side of spiritmediumtv.com, the right sidebar. You'll see recent posts. If you're listening to the show in the future, if you put in the let's see, search box, you could put in the keyword for this particular subject, the law of attraction. Or you can select under categories, law of attraction, it should come up. But if you put in the search bar, the law of attraction not working, you'll get exactly this particular focus subject. You know, sometimes, I'll admit it, sometimes it seems that the law of attraction is not working. How do I really spin this? It's not that it is not working, okay, because it is a spiritual law, and spiritual laws are immutable. Like vibration attracts like vibration. But from your perspective, if you're looking at it from the perspective of your personality and your ego, it might seem as if it's not working. And that is because there's more to you than just your ego, and more to you than just your personality. Actually, it's the most important part of you, which is your soul. What did you come to Earth to do? What's this all about? Is it about getting a shiny new bauble of some sort, gem of some sort, car of some sort, material possession of some sort? Not that that's bad, but what is it all about truly? And the true answer seems to be, at least from my experience, that we've come in with a soul plan. We've come in with contracts, soul contracts, and we're all here for some level of growth and service. And when you can tap into that, either on your own through meditation and journaling, or just paying attention, and I'm going to give you some ideas in a moment, or through a medium or psychic, and or both. But when you tap into that, you may understand why certain things don't come to you using what you think to be the law of attraction. So the law of attraction is a little bit more than just getting a magical genie lamp and rubbing it and making your wish, whatever it is. Because sometimes, well, we won't always get what we want, but we'll get what we need. I think that's a nice saying to summarize. We don't always get what we want, but we will get what we need. And I would put in parentheses right next to the word need for our spiritual soul's evolution. And some of you might be thinking to yourself, man, I don't want a spiritual evolution. What's that all about? I just want to have fun. Well, guess what? Your highest level of ecstasy will come from your spiritual evolution. So it's not all singing and staring into space and doing the right thing all the time. It's doing the most ecstatic and joyful thing that is the spiritual thing. So, for example, in my own life, here we go, confession again. Laura loves to use herself as an example when she doesn't have anybody else to use. I have lots of clients, but there's no one that really, I use myself for this kind of material. So, some of you might know that I worked very assiduously for many, many years, 20 years, I think, 17 years, to become a millionaire, and that was my primary goal, okay? And it was because of various belief systems, mostly coming from fear-based, ego-based platforms within myself. So my idea was to work for money and have money. And I got there. I got to that goal at the sacrifice, perhaps, of my own self. Because by the time I got to that goal, I was like, I didn't even know who I was. Okay. I was tired. My personality was a lot more aggressive, dog eat dog mentality. And I wasn't really very happy. I was kind of just around, just there, if you will. Anyway, the journey, my life's journey, stripped that money from me over time. No matter what I did, to change it, it just slipped through my fingers, that money. Everything seemed to be uh, serendipitously set up so that I would lose the money. I'll say serendipitously because in the end, I do believe our soul's plan for us is the lucky plan, if you will. So after I had been stripped of most of this money, I realized I could start work in my service, if you will, using my gifts, and that's what I did, and that worked out well for me. But even during this journey, I still had that other part of myself that was fearful because guess what, guys? Unless you're at the Buddha plane, if you're still on Earth, you have chosen to be here so you would experience that dichotomy between belief in yourself or belief in a higher power, belief in an infinite abundant universe versus the scarcity theme that plagues us while we are still in a three-dimensional consciousness. So as I live in the three-dimensional it's always back and forth, right? Back and forth, back and forth. Maybe someday I'll get to a point where I don't have the back and forth and I have totally integrated both my ego and my soul, or my yin and my yang, or my male and my female energy, however you want to look at that, so that I know so that I'm completely in a state of divine flow. But as I grow as a human being and a soul, I still experience scarcity themes and scarcity ideas. And so today it became very apparent to me that one of those themes needed to be dropped. I had to surrender. And I have, and I expect that in the surrendering, a greater abundance will be presented to me. And so I'm looking forward to that. There is, how do you do this for yourself, and how to move from a state of thinking that there isn't enough to realizing surrender and asking for what you want is the most abundant approach that you can take to your life here, your journey on Earth, remains to be seen. But here's some ideas. If you would like to take advantage of this idea that there is an infinite universe, that there is no limitation, that when you start to rely on that and surrender into it like the arms of a higher power, when you let go and let God, you will find that things will come to you easier and you will be led on your path, your soul's path and your soul's journey, which will be a lot better than you could ever orchestrate by your little old fearful ego alone. So the way to do that is highlighted in the article that's on the right, but I'll just say to you, the most important part of the process is to state in prayer, I thank you, dear God, or you could say infinite spirit, or you could say higher power, or however you want to view that that energy that is infinite, that can create anything. I thank you, dear God, is how I say it, for providing me, and then put there the generic highest level of what you want. Don't be too specific. Just say, for providing me my extreme financial security. My extreme financial security would be one of them. When the phrase that you use has to feel good to you, as if you finally said it the right way. If you try to put the how in that phrase, you'll get in the way of it. The how is your ego trying to fix everything. Your ego being fearful. Oh, if I don't say it this way, it's not going to happen. Go to the highest level of expression of that. And then hold on, hold on, because things are going to change. Things are going to shift almost immediately. You'll start to see. And that brings me back to the way I got into this conversation is this journey on Earth is truly a part of something bigger. And when you start to surrender, when you start to let go and let God, and when you start to ask and receive, you will start to realize, you'll start to hear, you'll start to personally experience that dialogue, and you'll know that there is a God, and you'll know that there is a spirit world. And you'll also know that this show is just one little part of discovering that. This is just one part of discovering that. There's so much more that can be experienced when you personally engage in it yourself. Okay, now today is probably going to be a lighter show. We're right around the holiday weekend. By the way, happy Labor Day to everybody. So if it is, we'll just end early. But right now I'm going to do a little channeling. So the show will have value. And then we have somebody waiting in the queue, Wendy, who's waiting in the queue. We have Susie, who also has a live question. So everybody listening, if you would just please sit back, relax, uncross your arms and legs. Start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to breathe in deeply and exhale deeply. If you're wanting an other side connection, please ask that other side connection be made now. Bring in your loved ones, ask them to come in. Ask your loved one or loved ones to come in. If you're wanting a life question answered, that's something about your own life, then ask Spirit what that is silently right now. Ask for that answer and ask for success with that issue. If you're wanting a healing, do the same thing. While you're doing that, I will do the prayer silently, and then I will come right back to you. Good. And now what I need you to do on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into your space your energy, and I will connect all of us. One moment, please. Okay, good. Wonderful. So let's see what channeling is here for us. We are here. We are the ones. We have come in today to speak to you about love, as we always do. And although the subject sounds like the same subject, it is always from a different angle or a different perspective. Today we will talk about self-care and taking care of the physical vehicle that you travel through life in. Each of you has been granted a physical vessel. It is not something to be taken lightly. It is something to be cared for and cherished and honored on a moment by moment and day by day basis. Provide for yourselves, take care of yourselves, and do not ignore yourself, for the vessel that you travel through life in is part of the spiritual connection. It is not separate, it is part of it. And as a being who wants to evolve, the more you take care of the physical, the more you will be taking care of your spiritual. And your spiritual side, as mentioned today, is the side of you that brings joy in. So if you are wanting greater and greater joy in your life, take care of your physical vessel, the physical vehicle that you traverse through the physical dimension in. You will find the more that you care for your body, the more that your mind and your soul will participate. Everything is connected. Namaste. Oh, that was something I really didn't expect whatsoever. Okay, it's going to be a very short show, I think, unless something happens. I'm going to go to Wendy, who's been waiting. Was very nicely called in earlier. Hey, Wendy, how are you, darling?
Hi, I'm so thrilled to talk to you today.
Well, thank you, honey, for calling in. So go ahead, honey, and just give me a question. Do not give me background, okay?
Okay. I'm applying for a new job at Dignity Health and Key Health and Health at another place.
Do not give me just don't give me background. Just give me the question, sweetheart.
Okay. Will I get solid employment soon that I'll be able to keep for several years?
I feel a very strong yes on that. I'm going to go a little deeper and give you some information that hopefully will validate that claim on my part. Hold on, Wendy. You're going to find the kind of work you like, and it's not too long out. You have to really just relax into it. The messages given earlier today are going to be part of that, understanding, asking Spirit, asking God to help, providing for you. And that will eliminate a lot of the stress and tension and anxiety around this. I know that you have responsibilities, your bills, and it seems like there's another person in the household that relies on you for support. but still you do have to learn how to let go. Now let me just see if there's anything else I could tell you, because you already told me earlier that whatever you thought you were going to get, you didn't get. Everybody listening, she blurted this out to me when I was clearing the queue. That's okay, Wendy, not a big deal. Let me just see something if I can give you more helpful, something very specific. Wendy 916.
Bless you.
What I get is that you need to help you with this. They keep telling me to get out. I guess get out and get out of the house and actually go in person or go do something. Have you been trying to do this mostly from home? I mean, looking for a job, I mean. Have you been trying to look for it mostly from home? Okay. Is there any kind of...
On the internet.
Mainly on the internet? Okay. Is there any way you could go to a job fair? Or somehow, is there any kind of networking or local... Oh, I hear something about...
I don't like temp agencies, but I have an appointment with Sarah tomorrow at 2.
All right. Well, that's probably what you need to do a little bit more of is going to places and seeing people. If it even means going into the employer, the potential employer place maybe, and going into human resources. Now, I know that's sometimes a little difficult to do, but they could tell me that you have to be a little bit more out of the house than always in the house looking for the job. This will provide for you an exceptional opportunity, and will also make you look like an exceptional potential employee. Now, I don't feel you've been out of work all that long, Wendy. Is that correct, honey? How long have you been out of work, love? A few weeks?
Actually, I've been out of work for quite a long time. Technically, I've been on a medical leave, but hopefully I'll be okay returning to work now. And so financially, it's a very serious situation, and I need to start bringing in a paycheck.
Oh, okay. So you've been on a medical leave.
Yeah.
Well, that's not I mean, I obviously haven't been working, but it wasn't that you didn't have a you couldn't work. Okay, so it's another matter. I'm just trying to verify what I said for a moment ago. I didn't feel that you were out of work per se, but you certainly haven't been making money. Okay. Well, I feel that you just need to get out and get physical with the search, not only just the virtual thing on the internet, but actually go into places and look around. But I do feel that you will be finding employment within the line of work that you're experienced in and skilled in. It won't take very long to get that employment, because whatever it is that you do, there's a lot of opportunity available to you. It hasn't been so long out of work that you are not employable any longer, and that Spirit is working with you on this. And not to worry, they want you to know through me that you are very employable. You have a lot of opportunities awaiting you, and it won't be very long before you are employed, sweetheart. So don't you worry, okay?
Thank you. Can you tell me, will it be September, October?
Well, let's see if I could figure that out for you. It will be in the near future, in the next few weeks. I would say by the 3rd week of September, you should have something. You should have something. If not an offer, you should actually work. What, honey?
I'm excited about Dignity Health because I started to apply online, and it wasn't going through. And then I got an email from them stating, we can't continue unless you finish the application, and hopefully the system issue will be overcome. And so maybe they were watching, and I had already included my letter of interest and resume, so maybe that's why. And I do have 18 years experience to offer.
Good for you. I say 3rd week of September is what I'm getting. Okay?
And longevity, I pray.
Yes, sweetheart. Thank you so much for calling in, honey.
A privilege. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, honey. God bless. Yeah, you may think it's a little odd. I'm making this into a faith-based psychic show, but the more I do this work, the more I know that we're all we are all existing within the presence of a higher power. And it is when we learn how to tap into that by simply asking, by simply paying attention, we find miracles follow us around. Oh, we have an other side person who called in. Somebody wants an other side reading. So, hey, you never know who's going to call in while the show's going on. This may end up to be a full hour. Okay, Carrie, I'm coming to you. And then Susie, I'll probably be coming to you unless there's another side that pops in the interim. Hello, Carrie. How are you today, sweetheart? Carrie? Nice. Carrie stepped away. I'm going to go to Susie, and then I'll go back to Carrie. Hello, Susie. How are you? Is there something wrong with my phone or something? Susie, are you there? Maybe there's something wrong with my phone. Hold on for a second. Oh, there she is.
No, hold on, Laura. I'm on. You were pressing the screen button.
I was pressing the screen button?
Yeah, you had the screen button pressed.
I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. I opened the line up and nobody happened to be there. Okay, sweetie, go ahead and I was just about to close the line and I can hear the difference. So there's just as proof to you I wasn't doing anything. I'm just sitting here pressing the buttons. Okay, so go ahead, honey. Go ahead and ask your question, darling.
Okay, I'm looking for a house and I want to know if the house on Maple Lane is going to be okay for me to handle financially, or will it be too much for me?
All right. First of all, I think it's too soon for you to make any decisions. That's one thing that's coming through. Maple Lane, can she handle it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like you're rushing in again. Hold on. Maple Lane, good or bad? Good for payments. Good or bad? Good or bad? For Susie B. Can it work for her? Yes or no? Spirit, yes, it can work for you over time. You'll be able to do this. And I don't know why, but they say it'll work out just fine. You needn't worry about payments anymore. Oh, you needn't worry about payments anymore because your life is going to be changing. So I know as of right now, you may be saying, well, I don't have the money for it. But what I'm hearing is that your life is going to be changing.
Okay, the thing is that this is a house that I have seen now 4 years ago, and I was going to consider this house 4 years ago before I bought my other house. It is a very, very different, very eclectic, very cute little house. It has issues, and it's going in a very low price range because of the issues. I want to make an offer on it and be able to. I look at it as that it is a clean palette for me to begin a whole new, design of decorating in the house, which will be a lot of fun for me.
Okay. Well, I get that you will be able to afford it. So the answer is yes.
Yeah, it's not so much the payment because I won't have a payment there if all goes well. It's about affording the repairs and finishings that it needs.
Oh, all right. Let me just look at that, love. Will she be able to finish the repairs? Yeah, you'll be able to do it over time. Don't forget, what I'm trying to tell you is that your income is going to change. That's what I'm telling you. So everything is going to change.
Okay.
Your whole lifestyle is going to be changing.
Okay.
So it's
is it going to be is it going to be based on my own income, or am I going to have a partner with me?
A partner will be with you. And this will become evidence over time. You don't need to rush into anything, however, they're telling me, and you need to just take care of the other matters that are on the plate. This is not your primary matter right now. There are other things you need to take care of before you do this.
Okay. So should I make the offer? I mean, it's not going to come about where I move into this place very fast.
All right.
It has to get finished first.
Oh, now what is the question now here? I'd like to get on to Carrie with the other side connection. Just go ahead and give me the exact question, honey, because you give me 3 different questions and I still don't know what your question is. What is your question?
Okay, should I go ahead and make the offer on it? Because it's going to take a while before it can actually move in.
I do hear a yes on that.
Make the offer.
Yeah, and I do feel that you're going to be very happy with all this. So make the offer.
Oh, how exciting!
Yeah. Now A lot of the questions you're asking me are life management questions that you would be deciding on. Not, you don't need a psychic to tell you the answer to those questions. That's you to decide with
Well,
your budget and everything.
I really, or actually, no, I really do need spirit to tell me, because I don't want to be biting off more than I can chew. And on that, and this is a house where there's a lot of unknowns to it.
All right. Well,
so only spirit can give me that answer.
Well, the answer is that, yeah, the answer is well, I gave you all the answers. I don't even remember what I said, but yeah, I think you'll be fine with it, honey. And I think that you would really like the house.
I think so too, Laura. You should see it. It's adorable.
I want to say one last thing to you. If you're not sure that you can handle things that pop up that you don't know about, then it's not a good choice for you. I'm being told to tell you that you need to take control of this situation. You know that I give you answers when they're there, but that is the answer here. Not for a psychic to tell you that anything's going to happen or not happen, but more that you have to think it through yourself. On my end, you're going to like it. On my end, I don't think there's going to be anything coming up, but I'm also telling you to take responsibility for that decision and think it through carefully. I also feel that you're jumping the gun and moving it on something a little faster than you should be moving. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you so much, love. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to try to go to Carrie, and there's somebody by the name of Carrie M. who's in the queue, who wants me to give a message from her Mom, Connie, or Constance. And Carrie M., can you call into the show? If you can, then it would be better, because I don't like to do, yes, okay, 612. Okay, great. Thank you, honey. All right. Going to Carrie, 401. Hello, Carrie. How are you?
Hi, Laura. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, sweetheart. So you're looking for an other side connection. Let's see what we can do for you.
Sure.
Hold on. This is for Carrie, other side. Okay. Carrie. Mother. Okay. I keep feeling that there's a mother figure for you. I don't know if you know how this works or doesn't work, but usually the soul that has the best ability to communicate will be the one popping in. Okay, so I'm not, in other words, unless I ask you what you really, really want, okay, which I'm not asking you, I'm just saying I see a female, feels like a mother figure. That means a mother or somebody older than that, or grandma or an aunt or someone like that, but from an older generation to you. And one of the most distinct characteristics of this particular person, as she appears to me, is that her abdominal area and stomach area, particularly abdomen, seems to pop out. So either she just held weight in that area, or there's something to do with her health in that area. Her hair is wispy, kind of shoulder length right now. It's a little bit messed up because she's trying to show me maybe that she didn't look so good towards the end of her life. Her hair is a little messed up. Looks like it's a little longer than short, not almost medium. Okay, and it's got a brown undertinge to it, some gray in it, and a brown, light brown undertinge in it. She's very okay, she's going to give me more. Very mixed up about herself right now. I want you to clear the message, please. I'm talking to her. What do you mean by that? I'm upset about something in my own life that I left behind unfinished with you, Carrie. She says, I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry for the way I treated you, because I didn't do everything right with you towards the end of my life. There's a lot of unfinished business between us. Now, I have no idea, honey. Does this make sense to you, please?
Yes, it sounds like, I mean, I have both grandmothers in spirit, but it does sound like my father's mother.
And how about this message about I'm sorry? Does that make sense to you, please?
Yes, I'm dealing with some estate issues still. So
oh,
there's some paperwork that was left undone.
All right. Thank you, because she's
my father's in spirit as well. So.
Okay, well, she might be trying to. Now, if I had a longer time with you, I might go into a full. She would be the opening soul, and then we'd go to your father as well. But there she is. She's got some a karmic relief from the past. She appreciates you forgiving her. She feels very unhappy about that, very unsettled about that it was never really fully taken care of before she left Earth. There's something to do with her stomach and her lower intestines or bowels that's problematic during her life on Earth that causes her passing. Would you understand that, please?
That would be my mother's mother. My other grandmother, she's not the one with the longer hair, but she did have cancer. She had cancer and had a hysterectomy.
Okay, so then we have both of them here. One showing me the bowels as a problem, and that would be your mother's mother. And then we have the other one who showed me the stomach area, and she had a hysterectomy. She had a problem in that area. Okay, all right. Well, let's go back to her. Okay, I want to go back to her then. I just want to stay with one soul, please. I'm telling them in spirit. Okay, I'm here, I'm here. She says, Grammy on the right side of the family. I don't know what she means by that. Grammy on dad's side of the family. She says, I'm here again. There's also, she's so funny. She says, did she talk with her jaw kind of tight, like, I don't know, almost English or something? A lot of people from England, you know, they talk with a very tight kind of jaw.
Yeah, she's from Scotland.
Perfect. Okay. She says I had like she's making a joke out of it. Oh, so cute. Like jaundice. She says I had jaundice of the jaw almost. My jaw was always very tight when I talked, you know. And you know how the British in the Scotland is part of the United Kingdom talk with it. Yeah, okay. She says I'm very fond of you, you know, Carrie. She says you never let your hair grow as long as hers, but even so, she's still very, very fond of you. I have no idea why she would have said that either, but I know you said she had long hair or longer hair. Even when she got older, it was longer than most people, she says, or women her age always liked it longer. She says you, on the other side, you like to keep your hair on the shorter side or easier to manage, so to speak. Is your hair on the shorter side? Would you agree with that? Carrie.
Well, right now it's not because I am definitely overdue for a haircut. But
oh, but you do like your hair to be cut
right now.
Okay, but you wear your hair on the shorter side in general. Would you say? Would you agree?
Yeah, I like to maintain it. You know, not too short, shoulder length.
Oh.
I've never really had short hair. But my mom's mother, she had long hair when she was a child, and then she pretty much had like a pixie cut for most of her life. So.
Oh well, I was trying to talk to your father's mother, who has longer hair.
I feel like a lot of this is probably stemming around my mom, who is actually still here. So they might both be coming in for guidance on her.
Well, let me just clarify. The last message was, the woman in spirit says she kept her hair short. Okay. Oh, no. She kept her hair she kept her hair longer than most women her age. That's what she said about herself. The woman that just spoke said she kept her hair longer than most women her age, even towards the end of her life.
That would be my father's mother.
Right. That's what I'm trying, because I'm trying to make sure we only have one. As far as mediumship goes, we have to be very careful about that. And she just teasing you a little. Yeah, well, she's the one that we're really working with right now. And we did get a little bit of the other one, and you know, I don't know if I'll do that right now because I do have another person waiting for another side. But in any event, she's here. Daddy's mother is here, and she says, "I love you very much, and thank you for mopping up the mess that I left for you." She says everything will be worked out over time to your satisfaction. She says we're all rooting for you up here, and she also gives me the feeling that when it is all figured out, it's really not going to be all that much money. It's just things that have to be taken care of and tended to. Would you understand that, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like skeletons in the closet, little things like that you just need to look after. She says it's almost like a pain in the neck. I'm adding this. It's almost like a pain in the neck for you, Carrie, and she really appreciates it. But you're doing the right thing to keep the family name honorable. And she laughs. Oh God. Anyway, she's yeah. So thank you, Carrie, for calling in. I'm going to go to Carrie, who's there, and maybe go back to Susie B.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, love. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Carrie, and I'm going to come back to Susie B if she's still around. I think that she will be, but let me go to Carrie. Oh, yeah, Carrie, you were in there, and you wanted to speak to some specific souls. Hi, honey. Let's see.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. You wanted now just for everyone to know, so I don't, nobody thinks that this is normal protocol. Usually, what I do is I allow the predominant energy to come through, rather than me try to pull in a soul. But I can pull in souls. It's actually easier Okay, if I know who you want and I just go and ask, it's easier. But the reason I try to do the other way is because that's supposed to be the purest form of mediumship when spirit comes in. So anyway, I'm going to go for who you want, but just to let you know, the show's protocol is a little different than that for other people listening. Okay, so you want Mom, Connie, or Constance? Is that okay? I'm assuming that's Mom's name. All right, hold on.
Yeah, her given name was Constance, but she went by Connie.
Oh, God, do I have a story about names for you? My mother's given name was Carmela. Then she went by Millie. Then she changed. Then she changed it to Carmen when she got older, and it was the funniest thing. But we had like 50 million Carmelas in the family because it's the Sicilian side of the family. Anyway, let's go to you. Your mom, Constance or Connie? And it's Carrie is your name. Carrie, 612. Let's see, Connie, Constance, Mommy. You want to come in for Carrie, your beautiful daughter, 612, area code. Yes. Now, a couple of things are coming in, but I just need to clarify it a little bit. Would you agree that your mom's hair was dark brown, please, when she was on Earth? To a darker color even?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Would you agree that it had a little bit of wave or curl to it, please?
Yes, it did.
Okay, and also what I'm seeing, the reason I'm asking these questions because I'm seeing these things, is it looks like she's wearing it on the shorter side. Maybe when she's, in her youth, she wears her hair short on the shorter side with a little bit of wave or curl to it, and it's darker brown, if you will. Would you understand she liked to wear her hair on the shorter side when she's younger, please?
Yeah.
Okay. She has big.
Yes, she did.
Okay. She's caricaturing herself, and it's a little bit frightening to me as the medium. I'm dramatizing a bit.
I don't think she ever loved how she looked, facially or body wise, and I don't know why, because she was a beautiful woman, but she was always very self-conscious about how she looked.
Well, I'm not going to go in that direction. I was going to say something even more funny. My mother's caricature when she comes in sometimes is now the same one your mother's using, which is I won't discuss the caricature. I'm just going to discuss the qualities of what this means. That she has big eyes. Would you understand your mom to have had nice big eyes, please?
Yes, I would say she did.
Okay, very pretty. Okay, just like you said, very pretty. She's a petite frame, if you will. Would you understand mom to have had a petite frame, if you will?
No, you might be playing my dad's side of the family.
No, just hold on.
That very much describes them.
Just hold on. Everything else is correct. The only thing that's not correct is that, and that's because I'm working with a caricature and not her exactly. Okay, so I needed to find. See, I needed to find out where the caricature stopped. Now let me go to her. Okay, mommy.
Okay.
Come in, mommy. Okay, so she says she loves you very much. Okay, she's coughing a little bit because it's something to do with her lungs that's causing a lot of grief towards the end of her life. It makes her feel really badly. She can't really speak well. She can't get air into her lungs. Would you understand that about mom, please?
Yes, as she was in her final passing thing, we were trying to get some of the fluid out of her lungs, but she was having difficulty, great difficulty.
All right. So she's coughing right now to show me that that's a problem for her. That they're trying to get, I guess they would, she's given me a term. I shouldn't watch some TV shows because then I think that I know what these things are. But something about putting a pipe down the throat so she can get air into her lungs. She says that they even did that to her, and she's using the word intubate, or there's a term for that. Would you understand that they actually tried to put something?
I did something for her, which was putting a pipe down in so we get some of the fluid out.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
I mean,
all right. Well,
I was suctioning excess fluid out of her throat so she could breathe easier.
All right. Well, she just showed me that, and she gave me the word intubate. I don't know if that's a correct term or if that's just screwed up in my own head. But anyway, we got her there with that. She says, I was coughing. There was phlegm in my throat. I was unable to get my breath. She says, all of this was extremely difficult to me. It made me very, very miserable towards the end of my life. She says, you took care of me as best you could. You did everything that you could do to help me, and I want to thank you so much for that. She says, She says there's a few other souls with her here in the spirit world. I'm not alone. And so you wonder, is she alone? Is she with anybody? She wants you to know she's not alone. She's well companioned in the spirit world. There feels like there's at least a sister to her or a sister-in-law, a woman that's more in her age group that's with her. A few other family members, they take care of her now. It feels like it's not been that long since she's been gone, that you would be still, like within 6 months or something, or there's something about 6 months, and I think 6 months. How long ago did she pass, honey?
Actually, 20 years ago.
Okay.
Her sister-in-law passed probably like a year and 6 months ago, or maybe just, like a year and 6 months ago.
Oh, okay. Maybe
and she had the petite frame and the big eyes also.
Oh, okay. Well, then she's going over to this soul then. That's what she's doing. And you might have wondered if she was with this soul. So that's what happened with a little more recent time frame. And the wording, as you can see, is a little bit, I'm not getting the wording as clear. It's not as clear as I'd like. I'm interpreting things, but now I understand. Okay. So, Mom, we have you here for your beautiful daughter, Carrie. She's very pleased to talk to you. She thanks you for coming in. And, of course, your sister-in-law is with you, which you've just tried to say at the same time. And I am going to give her a little bit of time, the sister-in-law, okay, since she's already half kind of come in, and then we'll move on to another caller because the queue is filling up a little bit. Let's see, for Carrie, sister-in-law. Is it her sister-in-law? I guess it's her sister-in-law because you said it was.
It's my mom's sister-in-law, yes.
Yeah, okay. She's here with me, Mom says. Okay, a few other family members also. Okay. Do you want to come in? She's here. She's showing me that there's a problem with her health before she passes. It's in the again in the chest area, but a different issue. It seems to be more like a cardiovascular to heart issue. Would you understand that, please, for this particular soul?
Of my mother or my sister-in-law? Or my mom's sister-in-law?
Your mom's sister-in-law is showing me heart problems. Would you understand that, please?
Yes, I believe a lot of her systems were failing her as she got along in the process.
Okay. Well, she shows me heart right now. Okay, I'll just say that to you. That's probably primary issue for her. She at the end of her life is the heart gave out under all the stress of everything else that she was going through. That was the actually, ironically, she says that was the thing that gave out. You've already said it, but she's saying now many other issues were going on in her body at the time. There's something about a male. I don't know who this male is. I'm trying to figure out if it's in spirit or on earth or what. She has a son. Would you understand that, please? On earth.
Yes. She does have a son on earth.
Okay, and there's 2 children. There's a son and perhaps a daughter then, because she says 2 under her, but she's left behind. Would you understand that, please?
There's 2 daughters and a son she's left behind.
Okay, so there's 2 others besides the son. Okay, she says they think about her often and wonder if she's okay. So she wants to just say hello to them. She loves them very dearly. And there's also a name that presents as well that's around all this. Is like a Dale or a D-A name. A Dave, a Dale, something like that is coming from her side of the family. Maybe it's down that family line or someone in that area. She reaches out to you and all the other family members, say hello to everybody. She thanks you for calling in and saying hello to her. Your mom is here with her. Mom's going to come back in right now, and then we'll end your call because Mom was your request, Carrie. So Mom's going to come right back in from, okay? She says, I love you with all my heart. The color yellow is all around her. I don't know what the significance is. I want to see if Spirit will illuminate. Why do I see yellow all around you, Mom? Yellow is the color of, love. Usually red is the color of love, Mom. Yellow is the color of my love for you. I love you with all my heart. I don't know. Does yellow have any significance to you, Carrie?
No, not necessarily. I remember very vividly a yellow blazer she had that she loved, but otherwise, not necessarily, no.
All right. Yeah, I don't understand why she's showing me yellow, but as I'm a medium, I will relay everything I get, just in case it has some significance. Mom, can you please try to connect the dots here? Okay. what is happening now is morphing into a pet that is in the spirit world. It looks like a dog that has more of a brown or tannish brown fur. That's in the past. Some dog in the family had passed away. It also has a white bib. This dog. It looks like it's a medium-sized dog. Would you understand that, please?
I had a beagle, and she had a Irish Springer that was brown, so it could be either of those. But she had a dog that was very close with her when she passed, so that could be her dog.
Is that the Springer, the Irish Springer?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe that's the yellow, because all of a sudden the yellow turned into these beautiful dogs. So I see two of them. And one of them looks like it's the beagle, and the other one was a bigger dog. So we got both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's with the dog. She loves the dogs. She loves you. And she was trying to show you how well she is that she's with the dogs and other family members. Okay, Carrie, sorry for all the confusion there, but I hope that you got some messages that were meaningful to you, honey.
I did. Thank you so much.
Thank you, love. Thank you. Okay, so today I'm going to go to Nicole. Susie, if I have time, honey, I'll come back to you during the radio show afterwards, okay, about your issues, because I feel like I didn't really satisfy what you needed to know. Okay, Nicole.
Hi.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you very, very much. So what I need from you, Nicole, is just the question, no background. Okay? Just the question,
Okay.
no background. Go ahead.
My marriage.
I need a question.
Okay. I was wondering what you see for my marriage.
Okay. Will her marriage get better, yes or no? I'm asking the question. I have to put it into a question to get an answer. So this is for Nicole 813. It's just the way it works. It's sort of like, I don't know how to play it. It's like, this is the right button. This is the on button. The on button is I need a question. So I got one. Will her marriage get better? Yes or no? This is for Nicole 813. Yes, it will get better over time. It needs a lot of TLC. And also it needs to be resuscitated. Is a feeling there, like, in other words, it's on life support right now. It really is just hanging in there for the moment. It feels like there's an issue here with, I don't know, there seems to be an issue here of somebody being inebriated or not always clear of head. Would you understand that, please? Clear of mind.
Clear mind.
Like, is your husband causing you a problem with, is he doing anything with drinking or alcohol or anything like that? It seems like the other person doesn't have clear thinking all the time.
In the past.
Oh.
In the past, right now, right now he's incarcerated, so he's been clean and sober for past, I don't know, since May.
Okay,
Wow.
okay. Well, that is the underlying, that's the underpinning of the personality type that would go for that, is the thing that needs to be cleared up. So let's go to see if it will get cleared up. In other words, he may be clean now because he's incarcerated. However, the basic answer is this is going to get better over time. The second part of it is we need to look at the tendency towards inebriation and see where that's going to go, okay, why he would do that. So let me just go to that, please. His self-esteem is very low right now. He's always had problems with self-esteem, and that's the underpinning for the issue in the relationship, which will be healed over time. It looks to me, from what I'm getting, that he's getting some kind of counseling or therapy within the prison walls that is helping a lot with him understanding himself, who he is, and where he really wants to go in life. I do feel that he has a true intention to try to make things right with you. I feel that he cares about you very much and considers you his soulmate. I feel that if he follows through in the current plans that he has, that things will get better over time. The question to ask is, do you want them to get better? And I feel you do, because otherwise you wouldn't even be asking the question. Right. So, you have to be ready for that. Sometimes it's not easy to be ready for all the compromise, but when you're a soulmate with somebody, there really seems to be no choice. It's something that both of you need to do. So I feel it's going to get better, sweetie.
I'm glad, because I really want my marriage to work, and I really want to get better and everything like that. I talked to him a few days ago. He's like, I really do care for you, and I really do love you. So, and we currently live in two different states. He's in Florida. I'm in Indiana, and I really want him to move up here. And I'm planning the trip to Florida close towards the end of September to bring him back up here. But I'm kind of nervous how that's going to play out.
Well,
Get out in September.
It'll be all right, honey. Like I said, there's something I'm trying to say, which is on the tip of my tongue, which is the answer to all of this. The intention to heal is there between both of you, but there's something that needs there needs to be something happening. It's called realistic expectations. It's called learning how to compromise, and learning you and him both need to learn. This is going to sound a little fancy, so bear with me, Nicole. Both of you have to learn. Both of you have to learn how to connect with a higher power. That's the only way to sustain the relationship, because when two people two people are damaged, we're all damaged on Earth. Okay, he's damaged, you're damaged, I'm damaged, everybody's damaged. We look sometimes mistakenly to the other person to be everything for us. The key to happy relationships is to look to higher power for everything, and look to the other person for love, companionship, and that. So getting along with each other is something that you make happen every day through constructive compromise and cooperation. So the both of you are in this to learn how to compromise and cooperate, because you both love each other. And don't expect too much from him. And hopefully he won't expect too much from you. If you don't expect too much from him, everything is going to work out. Okay, honey? All right. God bless, love.
Yes.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye, honey. Okay, we have one more person, and that's Letitia, who's wanting another side connection. And then I'm going to try to get to Susie B during the show. Actually, I'll stay with her on the show. Okay, Letitia. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie. What I need you to do, sweetie. I'm good, darling. How are you? Good. Okay. Now, what I need you to do, Letitia, is I need you to be silent for a moment and ask for your loved ones to come in, or the one that you care to have, because you didn't do the beginning of the show. So just go ahead and do that while I tune into you, your energy, and who is there for you from Spirit. Okay. Okay. There seems to be, there's a few people that could possibly come through for you, honey. But what I'm feeling more than anyone is a mother figure for you. I don't know if that's who you've called in or who you want. There's also, and I'm not asking you either right now. I'm just taking what comes in, so bear with me. But I don't know why I see this. And I won't even say what it is. I'm going to ask them to clear this up a little bit or make some sense of it. So bear with me for a moment, Letitia.
Okay.
Okay, there's a father figure also there for you. But they keep showing me more of a female than the father figure. So I have a war of who's going to step forward right now. Bear with me, Letitia. Okay, there's a big burly man who presents on the other side for you. He's taller than average, bigger body than average, and bigger stomach, a little bit bigger, just carrying, he's a big man, his presence, if you will. He's a deeper voice. He's calm personality most of his life. Looks like he likes to smoke cigarettes, and he also looks like he has a casual lifestyle, more in a rural to suburban area than a city kind of slicker, if you will. Would you understand this yet from anything I'm saying, please?
Yes, it's probably my grandfather.
Okay. On your father's side?
Mother.
Mother's side, okay. So if you're, so everything's coming in then mother's side, because we got a mother figure, then we got the grandpa on the mother's side. We got two people here. So which one do you want me to hone in on?
Mother's side.
Okay, your mother, okay. So when I wasn't going to talk to your mother, then all of a sudden her father came in. Okay, good. He holds presence for her. Actually, he says he holds the space for her right now so she can come in. She says she loves you very, very much. She has, I see a face.
90 seconds.
Just even though the show's ending, I will remain with you. She's got very interesting features. They're very delicate the way she shows. She's got a straight nose. It's a narrower bridge, flaring nostrils, high cheekbones. Good-looking woman for most of her life. She says darker toned skin. She does show me that the hair turns steel gray to white, but there's some black undertones in it. The hair has some wave to it.
60 seconds.
But it ends up like under the ears. It's not real long or anything. Does that make sense to you, please, for your mom?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. She's also calm and easygoing personality. She likes people a lot. She's very gregarious. She goes out with you and your friends sometimes when she's here on Earth. She says she liked to be with your friends even. She says people always liked her. Would you understand you all socialized together at times? Even your own friends liked her.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You already said you were calm. Okay. She's also into equal rights. She always believed that there was no woman's place. It was women and men were equal. And she says we all had to get out and do our share of the work in the family. And she says nobody was ever treated differently. I wasn't by my father, which is your grandpa, she says, but you weren't treated any differently than other people in the family, meaning
10 seconds.
Meaning brothers. So would you have a brother, please, or more than one brother, please?
Yes.
Okay. She says you were never treated any differently than the boys. Everybody holds their own. Everybody does their own thing. And she says now you're a very competent person. She feels because of the way she and your father raised you, we both did our job in teaching you how to become self-sufficient and not rely on anyone. And she says you've done a marvelous job of that. She says you have a large family now. There's a lot of people in your family of all color, shapes, and sizes. She laughs a little bit about that because that's the egalitarian side. Again, she's displaying that through your choices, you never saw color or differences. You always were open to everyone. And so now you have an extended family, not just your own family, not your own siblings, but you also have a very large family of friends and everybody else. She's very happy with you and your life, and she's very happy about the way you laid her to rest. She says you didn't leave her. Let me see. You didn't leave any rock unturned or any stone unturned to help her. I mean, I don't know if she means for the way that she was heralded out, or if it was something to do with an illness, because she hasn't shown me that. But I'm going to find out, love. Letitia, hold on. The way you took care of me towards the end, you took care of everything for me. It's both the way you took care of me physically as I was getting ready to pass, but also after I passed. You were there with the angels. She said on Spirit World side, they took care of me great. She said, but you also took care of me great. She took care of me great when I was bedridden or at home. I had she says something to do with the lungs and or pneumonia. She says a cold, but I think it's more than that. I think it's influenza or the flu or pneumonia or something like that. But something going on with something like that was made her bedridden. Would you understand that, please, towards the end?
Yes.
Okay. And she says you were there. If you weren't, I don't know exactly, but she says you were there. Now that means you could have been there in presence or you could have been there physically. I'll find out if she wants to give me the details of that. How was she there? She was there hands-on. She says you actually were there with others trying to help as best you could. But there was no holding me to earth. She said when it's your time, it's your time. And she says that to you. She says, you know that. And you didn't hold or, you didn't cling to me. You let me go when it was my time. And she's grateful to that, also grateful for that. And she shows me your brothers. Some of them were around at the time. And I think you have a sister or two as well. You have a large family across the board. So she says, she's grateful for the way she was laid to rest when she did finally transition. She says it was a big send-off for her. And she wants to thank you all for that as well. You in particular kind of spearheaded that project, if you will. I also see flowers for her and the graveside and the whole gamut of other things were done in her honor, and she appreciates all of that. Although she says she's at home with you. She's not alone in the woods or a graveyard, if you will. What she's saying is that I believe her ashes were taken and put in a home with somebody. Would you understand that, please?
Yes.
Okay. Do you hold them, honey? Because she's saying you do.
Say that again?
Do you have her ashes? Because she's saying that you do.
Oh, no, my brother.
Your brother has them? Okay. Well, yeah, she's saying, well, why don't you take a little for yourself and make a keepsake of it? Maybe, one of those cremains around the neck or something. She says you would like that very much. It would make you feel closer to her. Your brother wouldn't mind that. Anyway, that's what she's saying. So I'll just leave that with you, my dear. And I want to thank you, sweetheart, for calling in today. You're a lovely woman.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay, Susie, I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question before. I know I sounded a little bit difficult. Do you have anything else you want to ask about that? I'm so sorry.
Okay, so I'm kind of confused because I was really trying to find a house before I sold this one. So, is that not what I'm supposed to be doing?
Well, let's look at that question seriously. Hold on. Should she wait until, hold on. I just feel very, very strongly it's something that needs to happen before you get another house. I feel it again. And I always pay attention to these things. So it's a very, very strong feeling I have that you need to, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. Okay. You cannot make an offer on anything until you know that you can get out of the house you're in at the right price. So everything needs to be orchestrated the right way. You're also not ready to make a move yet because you really don't know where you need to live. This is what they're telling me. You need to look into that a little bit more. So calm down, take your time, and evaluate everything. We recommend as your guides you take at least a week to wait. The house will not be gone in that time frame. Actually, you have even longer to wait on that particular house. You have at least 2 weeks before anything must be done. We want you to think about the pros and the cons of leaving the home you're in right away versus waiting a little bit longer. You will get it. So what do you mean by that, Spirit? Because it really doesn't change anything. Hold on.
Right.
Right. Hold on, honey. Let me just figure it out. Hold on. Spirit, what do you mean by that? You need to get organized better about everything. You're like ready to leap before you've looked. So they want you to look at the whole, okay? They want you to look at the whole project, and they're leading to something here. So bear with us for a moment. Okay, bear with us for a moment. We want you to look at the whole project in its entirety and think about it very, very strongly for a moment or two. We have a feeling that in a week or two, you will probably not want to move to that house. That's why they want you to look, they want you to wait to see if it really is as important to you to be in that house as in other houses that will come up. We guarantee you in another week to 2 weeks there will be another house that will come up that will be better for you at a better price and will need less repairs. That is what we're trying to say. Okay, so when the time, postpone a decision. Continue to look, and within a week to 2 weeks, if you still haven't seen anything better, then go ahead and make then go ahead and move in that direction. But they're saying that there's going to be something that's going to come up that's going to be better value for you and a lot better location for you that you hadn't even thought of yet. Okay, so that's what they're saying.
Okay.
All right, and
Okay, dear, that's helpful.
Yeah, and you know as well as I know, or I'm starting to pay attention more myself. But when they say things, it's like we listen, right? When Spirit says things.
I'm actually going to go. Yeah, and I'm actually going to go out and look with my sister tomorrow at a few different things. I kind of do like the fact that I can, like, say, if this house doesn't particularly have any kitchen, cabinets or anything, that I could pick them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
that's what I like about that.
Okay. Well, then just bear with the process, because what I'm getting from Spirit is that you will find other things that have more value to you, and there'll be a lot less hassle involved and a lower price point. So there's more to come. Okay.
Okay, so I will take that very helpful information into stock in my mind.
All right, love. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Thank you, doll.
Thank you, love. All right, honey. Bye.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, I want to thank you so much for calling in today. We look forward to doing this on Wednesday of next week as Labor Day. I will be taking a day off. There will be a recorded show from another day that will be playing that evening. So have a great holiday weekend, everybody, and I look forward to working with you next Wednesday. Namaste.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.